Okay, let's jump right in. Today's explainer starts with a word that's so common, so simple, you probably use it all the time without even thinking about it. But what if I told you it holds a pretty amazing secret to understanding the very core of the English language?
And there it is, red. You know, the color of a stop sign, an apple, a fire truck. It feels completely universal, doesn't it? Like it's one of the basic building blocks for how we see and talk about the world.
So you're probably thinking, okay, it's a color. Big deal. But what more could there possibly be to this one little word? Well, it turns out there's a really fascinating story hidden right here in plain sight, and it kind of changes how you think about communication itself. And here is our first big clue, coming from the Simple English Wiktionary. It says, quote, "Red is on the Basic English 850 list." Huh, the Basic English 850 list? What even is that? It sounds like some kind of exclusive club, you know? 850. Not 1,000, not 500, a very, very specific number. This isn't just some random collection of words. This number is the key to an entire system of communication. So, what makes a word special enough to make the cut? Well, to understand why red is on this list, we first have to appreciate its incredible simplicity and, really, its versatility. So let's break this word down and see exactly what it can do. First up, as a noun. Notice how the definition itself is built on these simple, concrete things we all know. Blood, a rose, an apple. It just doesn't get more direct than that. It's instantly understandable no matter what your vocabulary level is. And then, of course, you can use it as an adjective. And the definition is so beautifully simple, it's almost circular. Having the color red. It describes a quality. A red car, a red shirt. Again, it's direct, it's clear, and it's incredibly useful. And this just shows you how well-behaved the word is. The adjective form follows a totally predictable pattern. Red, redder, reddest. There are no tricky exceptions or weird forms to memorize. It's just clean, it's logical. So the crucial thing to get is this powerful simplicity we've just walked through isn't some accident. It is the entire philosophy behind that mysterious list we mentioned at the start. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain. It's time to officially meet the Basic English 850, the exclusive club our word red belongs to. The Basic English 850, or BE 850 as you'll see it called, is this very carefully selected vocabulary of just 850 words. It was actually created way back in the 1930s by a linguist named Charles K. Ogden, and his goal was radical but simple. Create a version of English that was easy for anyone in the world to learn, to be used for clear international communication. It's basically English stripped down to its most powerful functional core. But the power of a word like red doesn't just stop with it being on a list. It's really about its universality. This one word truly has many, many voices all around the globe. Get this. According to our source, the Simple English Wiktionary has entries for red in 93 different languages. 93. That's a staggering number, and it just shows you how fundamental this concept really is to us as humans. And this slide just gives you a little taste of that global reach. From Spanish to Japanese, Swahili to Russian, the concept is fundamental to the human experience, no matter where you are or what language you speak. Now, you might be thinking that a list of only 850 words would be incredibly limiting. But here's the magic of it all. These core words aren't just for simple statements. They are the building blocks for bigger, more complex ideas. I mean, just look at how red itself can expand. Reddish adds a bit of nuance. The idiom "in the red" communicates a whole complex financial situation. And to see red, that powerfully describes a state of intense anger. All of that comes from one simple core word. So what does this all mean? Ultimately, the Basic English 850 list and a simple word like red teach us a really profound lesson. Simplicity is one of the most powerful tools we have for clear, effective communication. It's not always about having the biggest vocabulary, right? It's about using the most effective words. Which leaves me with one final question for you to think about. How much could you really say? And how clearly could you say it with only 850 words?